Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 1998 Represent. On this episode, we're taking a look at Garage Inc. by Metallica. This is like a compilation album, has like a bunch of covers on it, B-sides, things like that. Stuff that was newly recorded for the album, as well as stuff that was previously recorded and released like alongside some of their other stuff as well. I remember my friend, first time I heard this was at my friend's house, and I want to say this came out like after Thanksgiving, or it was like Thanksgiving weekend, or like week of Thanksgiving, or something like that. And him and I would often get together and play GoldenEye, even into 1998. Like I mentioned in, I think the second episode of this series, GoldenEye was still like a huge game, even like a year after release. So I was playing it a lot. My friends were playing it a lot. So we would, after school or something like that, go over to his house, play GoldenEye. And I remember playing it after this album came out. And we played this album while we were playing GoldenEye. And it's a really interesting album. It's got a lot of really good music on it. It's like definitely like it's like a 2-disc album. I forget the exact runtime. I'll get down to that once I bring up the track list. We'll actually see how long it is. I want to say it's definitely like over 2 hours worth of music though. But kind of like a compilation album. Really good music on it. I have some quick notes to go over, and then we'll go through like the track list and all that kind of stuff here. Just open this up to the notes here. Here we go. So, Garage Inc. by Metallica. It was first released November 24th, 1998. So, just like around like Thanksgiving time. It's got covers, B-sides. I think it also has the what was called the $5.98 EP Garage Days Revisited. So some older stuff that got kind of put on this as well. Remember, there was an interview where Lars basically commented that they had done, up to that point, right before this released, 3 somewhat serious albums. You had the Black Album, you had Load, and then you followed that up with Reload. And I think that was like over like between 1991 and like 1997, I think. Because I remember there was like a big gap between the Black Album and Load, like a 5-year gap, because it was 91 and 96 is when those came out. And then a little bit after that, they did Reload, and then after that, they started working on this compilation album, and they wanted something that was, as he said, quote, was done after, quote, 3 pretty serious albums in a row, and they wanted something that was going to be a little bit easier. So instead of that really having to write a lot of their own music, at least the lyrics, they were doing covers or going back into their back catalog and pulling out some of the B-sides. And it made it nice for them. It made it easy because then a lot of these B-sides, instead of it being spread over, multiple albums that you would have to listen to or multiple singles or whatever they were, you're able to just purchase this album and get it all kind of in one nice little package. So like I said, followed basically the Black Album, Load, and then Reload. For them, it was like covers were at the time just easier to work with, just because, like I said, they don't have to really do a lot of the songwriting. They're obviously going to do their own kind of interpretation on like the instrumentals, but the lyrics, like they're not really writing new music necessarily. It came out to pretty good reviews. I'm going to pull some of those reviews up right now, and then we'll go into the track listing here. So let me just pull up some of the reviews here for it. There we are. So AllMusic gave it a 4 out of 5. The Collector's Guide to Heavy Metal gave it, looks like, an 8 out of 10. Encyclopedia Popular Music gave it 3 out of 5. Entertainment Weekly gives it a B-. Rolling Stone gave it 4 out of 5, and then another looks like a 4.5 out of 5 from the Rolling Stone album guide. We actually have the length now. Yeah, basically 136 minutes. So like 2 hours and like 16 minutes or something like that. So definitely quite a lot of music that was put on this album. We're going to go through now and take a look at the track listing on this. So again, it's 2 discs. The first disc is about 55 minutes in runtime, with the second one coming in, let's see what it says here, at about 70 minutes in runtime. So, and the track disc one is basically covers. So, like the first half of the album is them covering other artists that were inspired by or drew inspiration from, that kind of stuff. So, a lot of really good covers on here. So, first up, we have track one. We have "Free Speech for the Dumb," which is a Discharge cover. I wasn't really familiar with the song before that or from the original artist. Track two is "It's Electric," which is a Diamond Head cover. Again, in 1998, when I first heard this album, I didn't know who Diamond Head was or anything like that. Track three is "Sabracadabra," which is a Black Sabbath cover. I was kind of familiar with a little bit of Black Sabbath up to that point, like mostly like Iron Man and like War Pigs, stuff like that. Track four is "Turn the Page," which is a Bob Seger cover. One of the better songs on the album, I think. Their cover of "Turn the Page" is really good. Track five is "Die Die My Darling," which is a Danzig cover, or Danzig, but it's a Misfits cover, so Danzig and the Misfits. Track six is "Lover Man," which is a Nick Cave cover. Track seven we have "Merciful Fate," which is a Merciful Fate cover. "Astronomy" is track number 8. That's a Blue Oyster Cult cover. We have "Whiskey in the Jar" at track 9, which is a traditional kind of Irish song, but this version was inspired by the Thin Lizzy version from the 70s. Track 10 is "Tuesday's Gone," which is a Leonard Skinner cover. And the thing about that one is all the tracks except for that one were recorded in September or October of 98. I think "Tuesday's Gone" was recorded a little bit in a different, like a year before that. And then track 11 is "The More I See," which is another Discharge cover. So that is disc one. We're going to then move into disc two, which is the B-sides here. So, and I'll tell you, it will say like who the original cover was. We also have a couple other covers on there as well. I think after that we move into, sorry, the next part is the $5.98 EP Garage Days Revisited, which features some more covers, and then we move into the B-sides from that. So track one is "Helpless." That's another Diamond Head cover. We have track two, "The Small Hours," Holocaust cover. We have track three on the second disc is "The Wall," which is a Killing Joke cover. Track four is "Crash Course in Brain Surgery," which is a Budgie cover. Track five is "Last Caress" / "Green Hell," which is another Misfits cover. It's a classic there. And then into the B-sides, which are we have "Am I Evil," which is another cover. I don't know what the original B-side was for. I think it was "Creeping Death" was the B-side, or "Creeping Death" is the B-side, which is for other stuff. So "Am I Evil" is another Diamond Head cover. And I remember first hearing that, thinking it was really awesome, not knowing it was a cover. But "Am I Evil" by Diamond Head is great. It showed up on the Guitar Hero Metallica, whatever. I think that was like 2008 or so. Track 7 is "Blitzkrieg," which is a Blitzkrieg cover. We have then some other B-sides and one-offs here, which are from that. The first ones are from 1984. These ones are from 1988 to 1983. So we have "Bread Fan" at track 8. Another Budgie cover. We have "The Prince" at track 9. Another one from Diamond Head. We have "Stone Cold Crazy," which is a Queen cover. We have "So What" by which is Anti-Nowhere League. And then at track 12 we have "Killing Time," which is a Sweet Savage cover. And then we move into the Motorhead Hero of the Day tracks, which I think if you listen to this on Apple Music, it has all of them. But these are just basically 4 Motorhead covers. So we have "Overkill" at track 13. Track 14 is "Damage Case." Track 15 is "Stone Dead Forever." And track 16 is "Too Late, Too Late." And those 4 are all from Motorhead. An interesting thing about this is since some of the covers were recorded in the 80s, Cliff Burton is actually on the bass on "Am I Evil" and "Blitzkrieg," which is just really cool because unfortunately passed away after Master of Puppets, got replaced by Jason Newsted shortly after that. And then Jason Newsted got replaced by Robert Trujillo later on. Jason Newsted was with them for quite a while as well. So just an awesome collection of kind of covers, B-side covers, and what have you. from Metallica, featuring like there's like their cover of Whiskey in the Jar is really good. If I had to go through the songs on here, my favorites. Let me go back through the track list. Going to pick out my favorite ones here. Probably Turn the Page is one of my favorites. And then I'd say probably Whiskey in the Jar, Tuesday's Gone, and then Am I Evil. Those four are probably my favorites off of this album. And I remember like just having really good memories of the day that my friend, or like he probably picked it up over like Thanksgiving week or whatever, and like a week later we were just hanging out with him, playing this or playing GoldenEye while listening to this awesome Metallica album. But that is Garage Inc. by Metallica. It's definitely worth listening. It's I streamed it on Apple Music, and I think that version has all the stuff on it because I definitely remember it having some of the Motorhead stuff on there as well. But that's going to do it for this episode. We'll be back again in a few days. We'll probably be doing like another movie or TV show, something along those lines. And we'll follow that up with another video game episode after that. We're going to try to run this series into the end of the year. And then at the end of the year, or starting next year, we'll just be moving into the wider, just 1990s in general. So there probably will be some 1998 content in that. Anything I don't get to in this series will probably be carried over into that part of it. But we'll be starting with like 1990, going all the way up to 1999. Again, doing the same kind of stuff we're doing here, where we're covering movies, music, movies, and video games. Probably in that order. So like, first few episodes will be all from 1990, covering those items, and we'll move into 1991, 92, and so on. But that's going to do it for now. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll see you again next time. Thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one.